Right everyone, WeaponCollector here. I thought I'd do a video on some of the guns that I was going to use for the shooting competition. One of these I did actually manage to use, but I'll explain that in a minute. So, this is an old, I think 60s Slavia air rifle. Little sort of junior size one. Not very powerful. And I was going to try and use this against Tumbo, because he was actually using a gun very similar to this, but his is I can't remember what model he said it is, but it looks very similar. Trigger guard's the same, lots of it's very, very similar, but it's a different gun. Problem with this one is it's got a faulty trigger, so when you pull the barrel down, the trigger doesn't catch, so the barrel just goes back up again, So you can get around that by just pressing it forward with your thumb. But one other thing happened, I noticed after I'd got it all, safe to use. It wasn't safe to use, but you could use it. It then had no power. It wasn't even powerful enough to shoot the pellet through the barrel. So that was that one done. It's got a homemade seal in it anyway. I don't know what's stopping the power. It could be the seal, it could be the spring, it could be the seal in the piston. Who knows. Yeah, but that was one gun I couldn't use. The next one up, this one, is a SMK B.45, I think. Pump up, 12 shot air rifle. I think it's about 11 foot-pounds. Now that I was looking forward to using. I thought, oh, that'd be good. Took one shot. I pumped it up. You do 6 pumps. I just thought I'd just do 3 pumps. Did 3 pumps. Shot it. Shot really good. Quite accurate. Virtually completely silent. So then I thought, oh, I'll do the full power then. 6 pumps. And after the 3rd pump, you could hear hissing coming out the barrel. So there's some kind of seal broken in that. The reason all these guns are taped up is so I know what's wrong with them, so that later on, if I get these out, I'll know that there's something wrong straight away. Because you're going to need to take the tape off to shoot them. I probably could fix most of these. It's just getting around to doing it and being bothered. Because the thing with most of these guns, apart from the top one, they're not really worth shooting half the time anyway. And the next one is the 177 Griffin. It's a good unusual gun, nothing special, but it's unusual, and it's got a good concept to it with the magazine in the handle, 16-shot magazine in the handle, but the trigger has started to stick on this for some reason. A lot of my guns had to be put away, and a lot of them was just wrapped up in sheets and chucked in a corner, so it could have got damaged. But what happened was, while I was shooting, the trigger completely stuck. So I was having to really pull the trigger, and it was going back as far as it could, and nothing was happening. Which was then making the gun dangerous, because it was fully cocked and loaded, Managed to shoot it during the actual match, but afterwards cocked it one last time just to see if it was still doing it, and it jammed so much that I was having to walk around with the gun fully cocked, cocked and loaded, which is quite dangerous, with the trigger fully pulled, so it could go off at any time. So I was having to be very careful trying to get the gun into a safe position, so that if it went off, it would be, it'd be safe. So I, in the end, had to take it into the Wendy house, get the gun and stick it there's an old sofa in there, so I just stuck it down between the cushions, pointing right down at the ground, so that the butt was in the air, in this kind of position, 45-degree angle, and I had to go and get a mallet to try and hit it and see if it would knock the trigger mechanism down. That didn't work, and then in the end it just worked. So that's too risky to shoot. The last gun is a B.S.A Meteor which is a good gun, quite loud without the silencer. I've got slightly sensitive ears. That was making my ear hurt a bit. It's not that loud, you might not think it's that loud at all, but it was making my ears hurt a bit. Now the thing that's wrong with this is it's got a homemade seal in it, which means the barrel and the breech isn't sealing up properly. You can even see it, like, the barrel move ever so slightly once it's been, well, when it's shut. So what that meant was every time I was taking shots it was just shooting all over the place because the barrel isn't in the same position every time. So I was adjusting the sight and it was shooting like 4 inches too high. You'd adjust the sight and then it'd shoot too far to the left, too far to the right. It would be spot on and then it'd be 4 inches high again. So yeah, till I get a new seal for this, that one's out of action. Got a brand new spring in it. Just needs a seal, but I could probably get one of them off eBay anyway. It's just getting it. So yeah, that's 4 guns out of the competition. But I've still got, let me think. I think that's all my rifles used now. So if I need a rifle, I may have to use another one. Yeah, and the one I've used before. Still got maybe 2 or 3 pistols I can use though. And I've got crossbows. I haven't used a rifle crossbow yet, which I'm planning to eventually. So yeah, bit of a long-winded video, but I just thought it'd give you something to watch apart from the shooting competition, and just explain that some of the guns I've got. Some of you will know I've got these guns, you know, like this one. Why they won't be used now. That one I was looking forward to using. I thought that would have been good, but yeah, that one's no good now. For now, anyway. Right, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to visit my blog. Link will be below. Right, hope you enjoyed the video. See you later. Right, before you leave, if you ever wanted to support this channel, you can now via Patreon or by shopping at Amazon.com and Gearbest. There's more info below if you need that. Remember, if you want to get full notifications for this channel, click the bell. And I'll see you later. Cheers.